friends, and welcome back to my channel. It has been so long since I've showed my face here on YouTube, but I'm excited to be back with a brand new monthly reset video. Just made my matcha, which I've been super into matchas lately. So let's go ahead and try it out. I actually used a cold foam that I got from Target, a salted caramel one, which I don't usually mix salted caramel with my matchas. So let's see how it tastes. Okay, this is really good. I really like that actually. Anyways, my kiddos are sleeping right now, so I'm going to try to do as much as I can from this video, but of course, if they wake up, I will come back. You guys won't even notice. At the time that I'm filming this, it is actually a day before May starts, and I'm hoping to get this video up by the beginning of May. So let's go ahead and get started. I feel like I have so much to talk to you guys about just because, of course, as you guys may or may not know, I had a baby in February. And ever since then, I really haven't been showing my face too much on YouTube. As of now, I have my labor and delivery vlog up, as well as I believe like a 202 newborn vlog. And I might have another one coming that are super late, of course. But I haven't really been having too much time to dedicate to YouTube. Truly, my main focus as of now has been to adjust to a 202 life. Definitely has had its ups and downs. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, in the very beginning, it was very hard. Vito, which was my toddler, he was 19 months when his little brother was born, and he was super jealous at first. I'm not gonna go too much into detail, but let's just say it was a very hard transition from 1 to 2 kids in the beginning. As of now, which is going to be 3 months in the beginning of May, which I honestly cannot believe that I'm no longer going to have a newborn. Like, that's just super crazy to me. I can't believe how fast the time has gone. Even when I had Vito, the time I feel like didn't go as fast as it's gone now. Like, Richie is fitting into 3 to 6 month clothing, which is like crazy to me. And I'm still over here thinking that he's a little newborn. But needless to say, although the months have gone by very fast, the days are still definitely long. So bear with me as I try to post more content. My camera battery ran out, so I have no clue what I was talking about. But let's go ahead and get started. In this video, if you guys are new to my channel, you guys are going to get pretty much everything that I do to plan for a new month. So I honestly have not been on top of my planners since January. So every single planner that I showed in January, I have not been using, for obvious reasons. Really trying to be very intentional with what I'm doing, because I not only have to, of course, take care of my 2 kids, I've been trying to get back into my shop romina.rossa as much as I can, although in the beginning that was also very tough. But I feel like I'm in a very good groove right now. I already have June stickers up if you guys are interested, as well as I will be getting July up by the beginning of May. And hopefully I can get back into the swing of things. I'm planning on releasing my academic year budget planner for 2025 through 2026, which is very exciting. And that's also what I'm going to be using today for our budgeting section. So we're going to budget, we're going to plan for the month, and we're just gonna chit chat because I really haven't done this in a while. I feel like I'm like choking while I'm talking because I haven't talked to a camera in so long. So definitely bear with me. Let me grab my planners. Okay, so first things first, before I get started on May, I want to revisit the vision board themes, goals that I had for the year. And just remember that my word was grace. I honestly had totally forgotten about this stuff, but my vision board themes were motherhood and family growth, self-care and wellness, business and content creation growth, financial stability and budgeting, and home and organization. So I do still think that all of these are pretty big in my life. I will say that most likely budgeting should be more up. This is definitely not in any order of importance, but I still do resonate with every single one of these themes. So I'm going to go through the goals that I had last in January and kind of go and see what I can set for this new month. And then we'll go into my budget planner, which I have this digitally in my iPad. I like to set things up in here, so I like to do it on my iPad, but I also do have a physical budget planner that I like to set up with you guys because I am just a pen and paper gal after all. And although this is fun, I feel like I like having a physical copy with me to look back on. So I'm going to take some time to write down my goals for the month, to write maybe any plans that we have coming up. May is a very important month because, of course, Mother's Day as well as my sister's birthday is this month, and there's quite a bit going on. So let me go ahead and set myself up, and then I'll come back once. All right, so I'm currently in my car because this is the only time that I can film this part of the video. It has been around 9 days, and I just want to wrap this video up. So I'm going to go through my goals for this month in the car. I really want to get this video up today, so hopefully I can finish it up right now, do the budget section, and we'll be all good to go. I'm sorry this is not the most ideal place. This is obviously not the most ideal place for me to film either, but we're doing what we can with what we have, you know what I mean? I think that I still am going to stick with grace as my word of the year. I know some people sometimes tend to change them per quarters, but I think the word grace is definitely what I need to do to just give myself more grace now that I'm in this new chapter of my life with 2 kids. So I do still really love the word grace for myself, and just essentially to release all the pressure to having to do everything and just create from where I am. I feel like a lot of the times these past 3 months I haven't been creating the content that I usually create because I've been scared of maybe my house not being super neat and me showing you guys my mess, but that's just kind of what my life is right now, especially with a toddler on its own. Vito just loves to take out all his toys and just go through them, and so obviously my house is not going to be put together 24/7, but I think I will try to just maybe create content picking up things and showing you guys how I pick up the house maybe during his nap times and things like that. So for motherhood and family goals, I have 3. One is to embrace the season that I'm in with my kids, which I really am trying to do. Now that we're trying to get into a routine, which is the second goal that I have, is to build flexible routines, whether it be morning, night, or during nap time. So that's really what I'm going to try to focus on. We do have a pretty solid, I would say, morning and nighttime routine, but maybe during nap times now, I will try to maybe get ready and film something for YouTube or maybe vlog. I also want to know what it is that you guys want to see from me. So if you have any type of video suggestions that you guys would like me to post on my channel, definitely let me know. I feel like that's mainly what I want to do, videos that you guys want to see. And then number 3 is going to be to plan one bonding activity per week for me and Vito, so my toddler. At the time that I'm filming this, I actually have started that activity, which is super small, but I feel like it means a lot. Whenever I put Richie down during the day, I try to take out Vito to play with bubbles outside and just kick the ball around. I feel like we've been in the house so much because, of course, I have a newborn. I mean, he's not a newborn anymore, but I had a newborn. But now I'm really trying to focus that time with my son, and I feel like he loves playing with bubbles right now and just kicking the ball around. So I've been trying to do a little bit more of that with him. So those are my family and motherhood goals. As for my business and content creation growth, I will say at this point in time, I don't know if I'm going to keep my online jewelry shop, Rossa Jewels, which is so crazy to say because I really enjoyed that part of my life, like even like curating pieces and releasing collections and doing pop-ups and whatnot. It just doesn't seem honestly worth my time right now, just with like the season of life that I'm in again, and I really just want to prioritize my romina.rossa shop and my family. So I don't think I'll be able to do more with Rossa Jewels. I wish I could, but with like everything going on too with the economy, it's just a no-go for this month. So that's a little update with Rossa Jewels. For my business and content creation growth goals, my first one I have is to batch content ideas for this month and next month. So this is where I really need your guys' help again if you have any video suggestions. My second one is to release my July through June budget planner, so my academic year. I will most likely release that at the very beginning of June because I'm going to be working on it throughout May. So definitely stay on the lookout for that. That will definitely be up before July, of course. If you want to get it shipped to your house as a physical copy, or if you would like a printable, you could always get it sent directly to your email. So that's great. As for number 3, I am setting an engagement goal of posting stories 3 to 4 times per week. I used to be so good at posting stories on Instagram, which if you guys are not following me on Instagram, definitely do. It is at romina.rossa. And I used to be so good about posting stories, of course, prior to me having a baby, but now with all the craziness and me looking definitely not like this 24/7, I just been lacking in that sense, but I want to get back into posting more things, and I feel like with Mother's Day coming up, I'll start posting more on my stories. And of course, I want to post more as well when it comes to short form and long form content. If you guys don't know I haven't been too active here on YouTube, although I have been posting a few shorts. Those shorts are actually from my TikTok. I've been really active because I'm trying to grow my TikTok following right now. So definitely follow me on there if you guys have not, and definitely let me know that you're coming from YouTube, because I love the community that I'm building on there. It is definitely different things than you guys have seen before, or maybe if you followed me from the very beginning of my channel, you guys will probably relate. But I do a lot of like makeup, things about my hair, my red hair, and even like family content on there as well. And that honestly has been so nice for me. I feel like that's like a little self-care thing, is to like film just like me either like getting ready or doing my hair or doing my hair routine, dyeing my hair, things like that just bring me joy. And to be able to document it as well, it just makes me happy. So I feel like that's been my little self-care. I don't necessarily have self-care or wellness goals for this month, because I feel like that's already in content creation, because I love doing content creation so much. So definitely follow me on TikTok, Instagram, because I'm trying to be more consistent with at least posting 3 times per week. I'm trying to keep it at 2 to 3, so then that way I'm able to post on Instagram as well and YouTube. As for home and life organization goals, number 1 is to have a mini declutter project. So this month I want to go through all of our closets and check our clothes for sizing and kind of like to transition to summer wardrobe. So I have a lot of like sweaters and big things that, because honestly the weather hasn't been changing up until like I feel like this week, but it had been pretty cold. So I definitely want to go through my closet, Victor's, and the kids, because Richie just outgrows things like so fast right now. So definitely want to go through that. Then I want to do kind of like content batching, but household like task batching. So I have kind of like a plan set out that if I meal plan on Thursdays, then I go grocery shopping on Fridays, and then Saturday, Sundays are to reset the home. And I feel like Saturday and Sundays are perfect to reset the home because Victor's at home with me as well, and he doesn't have to go to work. So if I don't meal plan on Thursday, then I'll meal plan Saturday and Sunday, and then I'll try to go grocery shopping on Monday. So it just honestly depends. I have been going on Fridays, but in the past I did go on Monday. I had to change locations because my camera overheated, but here we are. I hope this is not a mess of a video for you guys. I am really trying here. Okay, so for simplifying my meal plan, I'm trying to have 2 to 3 go-to toddler meals, which I feel like I have a few in mind. And then of course, batch snacks once a week. I don't necessarily batch snacks, but what I do is I will prepare breakfast. So either ham and cheese croissants, or I'll make egg bites, which I have recipes for, and I'm going to upload them as shorts just so you guys can take a look at that if you guys are interested. But just things like that I feel like are going to help me in the long run for not only the week but for myself to have something to eat. So yeah, those are my home and life organization goals. And then last but not least, I have my financial / budgeting goals, which I really want to prioritize, especially with the economy going on right now. I feel like this is essential for everyone to have a budget, no matter how much it is that you make. So my first goal is to have a whole budget reset, which is what this video is all about. Not only planning for the month, but also budgeting for the month and adjusting monthly spending as I see it fit. So my second one is to be really diligent about tracking my expenses and everything that I spend, and kind of adjust from there moving forward. Definitely will be using my Romina.rossa budget planner, and I'm excited to once again release my academic year budget planner as well. And my third is going to be to have a savings focus, so either for summer activities, sinking funds. Right now I'm starting back up with like my Christmas and car tax sinking funds, but maybe I should probably put some of that money, or maybe allocate some money for maybe summer activities, since that's coming up like next month. And last but not least, my fourth goal for this month is to sell 2 to 3 things online, whether it be on Poshmark, Facebook Marketplace, or even eBay. I feel like I have a lot of things that I want to sell, and both Victor and I could probably take some pictures and start listing some things around the house that we don't necessarily need. So I'm going to really prioritize that for both of us this month, to sell 2 to 3 things each. Those are my main goals that I would like to focus on for this month, and I feel like there was a lot going on, but I'm trying to be a little bit more simple with my goals since I am in a new season of life with 2 under 2. Can't believe I'm a 2 under 2 mom, and I will still be a 2 under 2 mom up until my son turns 2, which is in July 20th. So aside from that, I've also been really into writing down like content ideas. I can't wait to keep creating content because that is truly what makes me happy, and I've been doing it for so long that I'm just so happy that I'm able to keep doing it. It's just so fun for me, and just having memories of Vito on my channel and now Richie is it's just so nice. I just love it too because all of my family in Peru can go back and watch the videos, and I just feel like they're close to us by seeing what it is that we do and how my kids are growing up. Now let's move on to the budgeting part of this video using my budget planner. All right, you guys, I am back in my budget planner. I have already set up my May monthly. I actually filmed this for TikTok and Shorts, so you'll be seeing that on my channel pretty soon. But I absolutely love the peaches for this month. So what I wanted to do was go back to using my stickers. So I have here the peaches washi, fold washi, and the correlating budget kit. I typically would budget in the May budget sheet, but since I have these stickers and I haven't used them in a while, I'm going to take one of the blank sheets I have here and use that to set up my budget. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So let's take a sheet out and get started. I have not used these stickers in a really long time, so I'm super excited. And I might go back to doing this, you guys. I know that I've been planning in the budget sheets, but there's nothing like planning with my stickers. It just makes me reminisce about when I first started with my shop back in 2019, and I absolutely love the new script that I chose for 2025. So this one just says May budget, and how cute does that look with the fold washi. First, let's start with our income section. So I'm going to lay down the income header. The first source of income is of course my husband's salary. So I'm going to put Victor's salary. And we are counting for this May budget from April 25th until May 22nd. So this is a little bit late on my end, but this is just the way that Victor's paycheck schedule works. So he gets paid bi-weekly. Then the second income source is Romina.rossa, my shop. Although my shop has not been generating as much income as it once did, I still do like to add it in here because it does contribute to our family's budget. So that is the second income source. Then I have variable income, which happens to be small income sources that I have that are variable, like YouTube if we end up selling something, or even like commissions, brand deals, and any of that sort. That will be part of variable income. And then last but not least, I like to note Victor's side work. So every now and again, Victor does side work. That also contributes to our budget. So we are very thankful that he's able to do that, because it really does help out, especially in this economy. So now I'm going to lay down the total income section. So in here I will write in how much we expect to get from each one of these sources, and then at the end of the month the actual, and then we have of course a variance there for those. Then next we'll grab a glitter thin washi strip and get started with our expenses. So I have my expenses separated by variable and fixed. But of course, if you guys are not new to my channel or to my shop, you guys know that I also offer a budget kit that does not separate your expenses. So it has it all together in one strip. But this is just the way that I personally like to budget, and I've always done it this way. So we're just sticking to it. We have those headers there, and I'm going to start with my variable expenses. First expense that I have here that we like to budget for is groceries. So I'm first going to start with the categories that I like to weekly check in with and that I like to track in my monthly view. Eating out, household, I know some people tend to combine groceries and household, but I really like to separate those to see how much we are actually spending for household items, because sometimes we will buy those in bulk, like at Sam's Club or Costco, and it just doesn't make sense to mark that as a groceries expense when I can really see how often I'm buying certain things like toilet paper and paper towels. So I like to keep those separate. Then the next category is gas for our cars. I have a babies category as well for our baby products. And then I do have a beauty category for myself, and that is mainly for things like my hair dye. As you guys know, I have red hair. I do maintain that on a monthly basis. So that comes from beauty, as well as I've been using more beauty products. So I am adding a little bit more, I think, to that category this time around. So let's go ahead and start with our budget for those. For groceries this month, I am budgeting $450 for us. And we are a family, of course, of 4 with 2 under 2. So as of now, this is mainly for my husband and myself and my toddler Vito, which he pretty much eats what we eat at this point. And of course, Richie is breastfeeding. Then for eating out, we are budgeting $150. I know I haven't mentioned this because I haven't budgeted since January, but my grandparents are actually here from Peru. They wanted to come, of course, to meet baby Richie, and they've been staying with us every other week. So they're mainly staying at my parents' house, but every other week they'll come with us to help for like 5 days. So if you notice that I've maybe increased groceries or eating out, that is the reason why, because of course we will have them for 5 days out of 1 week, every other week, and we buy groceries for all of us and we eat out as well. Then for household, I am budgeting $80 for us. We're doing pretty good. I think we just repurchased our paper towel and toilet paper, so I don't think we're gonna have to buy that this month, so I think we can get away with $80. Next, for gas, we've been doing pretty much the same. I was tracking expenses for like past months, especially for things like gas for our cars, and it's been pretty accurate. Like 160 is our magic number. Like last month it was like 167. Then for babies, we've been doing $100, which has been working for us. This month I don't have to add any more money than I usually would, just because I am breastfeeding Richie as of now, and we honestly have not had to buy diapers. We usually only have to buy diapers for Vito as of now because we got so many diapers from my gender reveal, which I definitely suggest to anyone who has a gender reveal that if you're planning on having a party for it, we did the whole, if you think we're having a girl, bring wipes, and if you think we're having a boy, bring diapers for both of my baby boys. And honestly, that has helped so much, and we still have a lot of diapers to go. So I think $100 should be good for now. Of course, if in the future we decide to start supplementing with formula, that will probably be added to that budget, but as of now, $100 seems like more than enough, to be honest. And then for beauty, I am budgeting $80. Then next we have our bills that vary. So those would be our natural gas, electricity, and water. Now for natural gas, we're going to be estimating around $35. For electricity, it was actually on a higher side last month, so I'm going to budget around the amount that we paid. So we're budgeting $180, which seems like a lot compared to other months in the past, but that is how much the bill was. And for water, we are budgeting $22. And then the last variable category that I'm going to add here is gifts. Well, with the exception of unbudgeted. But for gifts this month, with Mother's Day coming up and my sister's birthday, I do foresee us having to spend money for gifts. So we're going to be budgeting $200 for this category. And then last but not least, I like to have a category for any unbudgeted expenses, because those always tend to happen, and I like to have somewhere to note them. So for this category, we don't budget. This is just sort of a placeholder, but I like to add it in here just so that I know if anything comes up and how much we have total of unbudgeted expenses. So those are our variable expenses. And I'm going to close that off with this header. And now for fixed expenses, those would be bills and amounts that don't change. So our first fixed expense is, of course, our rent. We do live in Southern California and are renting a 3-bedroom, 1-bath house. we pay $1,850 for rent. Then for car payment, which is for my car, that we are spending $348.06, which I'm super excited to mention that we will be done paying for my car this year. I'm just so happy, and I can't wait for the day that I don't have to pay for that car anymore. So yeah, just super exciting things this year. Next we have our internet bill, and this we pay $39.12. For car insurance is $129. My student loans are $130.77. Phone bill actually went up. If you are a T-Mobile customer, then you would know that T-Mobile has increased their phone lines. And I actually used to work at T-Mobile, and they've never done this before, which is super crazy to me, and definitely goes to show how the economy is right now, that even T-Mobile has increased their rates. And I used to work there in 2018, and the prices had been the same since then. So all that to say that we're paying more for phone bill, which the amount I believe is $66.59 this month. Then our health insurance, we did change health insurance. I know I had been mentioning that in the past, and we are now paying $338.07. Then Victor likes to get one haircut a month. That is just what he's comfortable with, and that is $45. Then I'm going to add a subscription, which we have not had a subscription in my fixed expenses in years. But the reason we got this was because when Richie was barely born and I was battling the whole 2 under 2 transition, we decided to get Disney Plus, and Disney Plus was having a promotion for 3 months that you would pay, I believe, $2.99. So that's what we're paying. I believe this might be, this is for April, so it's going to be one more time that we paid $2.99 for Disney Plus, and then I believe it might be like $16.99 or something like that, but it's Disney Plus plus Hulu. And to be honest, we might just cancel after the promotion is over, because I feel like $17 is kind of steep. Although Vito has been loving the Disney movies, he loves Coco and Toy Story, I feel like we might have to cancel it, but that is something that we're currently paying for. And then last but not least is our sinking funds, which I am still just doing the 2 that we started with in the beginning of the year, which are my Christmas and one for car tags. So those are just getting $60. And there you have all of our expenses. We did increase a few of these. Some of them went up, some of them actually went down. But that is what we have for this month. So now, after writing that down, I'm going to grab another washi strip to separate the next section. So income, expenses, and totals. That is the way that I like to break up my budget. So for totals, I'm going to grab this header and this one. And I like to write our totals for income, variable, and fixed expenses. And this is really funny, but everything matched up perfectly to the amount of lines that I have here. I promise I did not plan that out, but I just love how that worked out. And then I like to have this squared off pattern box to write down any remaining amount that we may have at the end of the month. So I will put my expected income and then the budget for variable and fixed, and then at the end of the month we'll have an actual section here, and whatever money is left over, we allocate that either towards savings or debt. That is mainly what we want to keep working on this year. And then I have some cute budgeting decos. So I think I'm going to do, I always do this, I'm going to put a little piggy bank here. I just love adding little deco pieces. I think it's really cute. So that's why I added. There is our budget spread. I'm quickly, I think, going to make some lines to separate everything. Right, so this is how my budget spread is looking like, and I just realized that I never totaled it up, so I'm going to do that on camera right now. I seem to always forget that, maybe because it's the last step of the budget setup, but let's go ahead and total up our variable expenses first. We have 450, 150, 80, 160, 100, 80, 35, 180, 22, and 200. That is a total of $1,457. And then for fixed expenses, we have 1850, 348.06, 39.12, 129, 130.77, 66.59, 338.07, 45, 299, and $60. And that is a total of $3,009.60. So our total expenses for the month of May total to $4,466.60. And now we are officially done with this budget setup. I'm so happy that I was able to use my stickers for this month, and to be honest, you guys, I might just end up doing it because I just love how beautiful the stickers look when you lay them down. They're just so pretty. Thank you so much for watching this video and going through my budget for the month, goals, planning, and all the good stuff. Now that I'm back into YouTube, definitely once again let me know what you would like to see from me in the comments below, and I can't wait to see you guys on my next video. Bye guys.